All right, so this is the story. So I never, growing up, thought that I could sing at all. And I think I was right. I knew I had this really loud voice, but I never thought anyone would want to listen to it singing. And so after 8 years of somewhat sheltered Catholic school, I went off to the big public high school. And my mother, clever monkey that my mother is, somehow convinced me that I should join the choir. I did. Incidentally, though, she did sign me up for the all-girl choir, which made for a really uncomfortable first day. But I had grown up almost obsessed with comedies, specifically Mel Brooks and Zero Mostel. I loved them. I watched them, all of those movies 20 times each. And my sophomore year, the musical was Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, which was also a movie with Zero Mostel that I'd seen, I don't know how many times. So I auditioned for it, and I got the Zero Mostel part. And I, on the one hand, was very excited about this, but on the other hand, I realized I was going to be singing these solos in public. My mother, again, thought, why don't you take some voice lessons? Now, this was a terrifying proposition to me, that I was going to go into this room and sing in front of someone who was an expert on singing, and we were going to talk about my singing. This sounded horrible. But I went, and I walk in, and he's this incredibly warm, nice, smart man. And he teaches me this song, and we sing it. And it was this, it was a musical theater song about this guy who, feels out of place, doesn't fit in, and is longing to come out of his shell. And I loved it. I loved it. I don't know how many times I sang that song that day, but I probably sang it 1,000 times since then. And in that moment, somewhere in that lesson, this whole world of what musical theater was and is, and how we tell stories that way, it was a light bulb moment for me. That song, in that lesson was Corner of the Sky from Pippin by Stephen Schwartz. And so this piece of music that really changed my life, written by this man who's now working with First Stage on a show that I get to be in. I don't know, it's hard to wrap my head around sometimes, just how life works out. Now, at this point in my life, to be at First Stage, where I get to be on the other side of those moments, and to realize how important it is to have not only the arts in your life as a young person, but to have adults there to put the arts in front of young people so that they can have these incredibly impactful moments. Not necessarily to become a performer, but just to change a young person's perspective, to see the world in a different way. And that's really what the arts can do. And to be able to be here and do that is really amazing. I'm a little overwhelmed by the whole thing, but boy, I'm having a great time.